everyone, this is Rachel, and I'm here with another episode of Lift and Sketch with Christy and Rachel. I'm once again working with my Scrap Room Doubleshot Kit, featuring the Hazelwood line by One Canoe 2 by American Crafts. And as I mentioned in a previous video, as part of a mystery box, I ended up getting the entire line of the Hazelwood papers in that mystery box. So I have a ton of the papers, so I thought this would be a good sketch to go ahead and use it with. It features a lot of different pattern papers. I actually don't know who the sketch is by. I just found it on Pinterest. Not sketch, lift. And I don't know who the original layout is by. So I'm just speeding through as I'm cutting up different lengths and different widths of pattern papers. I'm using some branding strips. I've got this one 4x6 horizontal photo that I'm going to be using. And I'm just kind of placing all of my pattern papers in varying widths, kind of sort of in the same place they are in the original layout, but I'm not sticking to it exactly. Now, one thing I'm doing right now is a lot of these papers are 12 by 12. I am not going to leave them at that size. When I go, my cat, I had to step away to do something, and Xanthi ate my tape, and I kid you not, the 4.5 minutes I left my table. I was so annoyed with her. So I'm just going ahead and fixing my ATG, and now I'm going to go back to putting down all the different pattern papers. So what I'm trying to do is not have two polka dots together, not have two blues together, not have the same size of pattern together as well. So varying larger patterns with smaller patterns and so on and so forth. And I wanted to see what it ended up looking like. I do use that it's actually part of a branding strip, and it says, "Remember this." Okay, getting back to before my ATG was viciously snapped by a cat, what I was saying was I'm going to change the width of them, trimming them down as I glue them down, just basically getting an eye full of what I think is going to look the best. So I'm speeding through this part as well because it is super repetitive. It's just me taping something down, taping another piece down, taping another piece down. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and say that make sure you go over and check out Christy's video. I will put a link to her channel in the description box below. It's always fun to see her take on it because I am way more literal than she is usually, so it'd be fun to see if it turned out that way this time. Okay, so I'm almost done, and everything isn't exactly the same as it was when I first put it down, and I find that last branding strip of that pink polka dot just isn't going to work, and I'm almost complete here with my Remember This, which, as I mentioned, was part of a branding strip. And I do want to use these butterflies. It's one of my favorite pattern papers from this line, but the first one I chose, the butterflies are just too large, so I chose this strip with smaller butterflies, and I think that works quite well. So I have this photo, and this is of my nephew with all of the stage crew people from a play that he was part of the stage crew for. I don't remember if he did lighting or sound. So my nephew has done some theater in the past, and when he finished doing his sport for the season, he had some time left over where they have like an enrichment program where they have after-school things, and he had to choose something that he could join that wasn't time sensitive. So he had like I think 4 weeks left, and so he asked the drama teacher if he could do stage crew, and he absolutely fell in love with it, and he's actually now assistant stage managing another production, which he's a sophomore, and I guess that's kind of unheard of, and he's been stage managing some of their smaller productions, and he's actually even considering maybe doing this as a career. So it's kind of just, an interesting take on how something so innocuous of just, needing to fill some time actually turns into something important. Okay, back to the actual layout. I put up those little banner stickers, and those came in my Scrap Room kit, and to kind of mimic in the original layout that hot air balloon in the upper left-hand corner. And then I used I think it's called Together. I don't know. It came with a Maggie Holmes line, but those black foam alphas from American Crafts, and those come on 2 different sizes. So I used the larger size for Birth and Techie, and then the smaller size for the Ava. And then I chose those arrow pieces to use that diagonal piece at the top. And now I have my Chamel, a nod to the original layout, my Chamel roller stamp, and I'm using the phrase "Dream Big" because that is what this is about, sort of. And now it is time to throw on some embellishments. Because I've got all this pattern paper going, I'm going to keep the embellishments on the light side. I choose these 3 arrows from Freckled Fawn, and then I choose a label sticker from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams line, and just to write a little bit of journaling about his getting started backstage and how much fun he had been as part of the drama club on stage before, so this was his first time working backstage, and he actually enjoyed it even more. I grabbed that flare that says "Noted," and then a couple of phrase stickers, also from that Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams sticker. Oh my goodness, I couldn't remember the word sticker. And I throw a couple of those down just to add a little bit. And the last thing I'm going to do before I finish up today is add some Black Shimmer's Mist in 3 different spots. And I'm going to show you guys a little close-up of everything, and I'm going to be done. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. I hope you check out, as I said before, Christy's take on this. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy, and see you later. Bye!